Hello, I'm going to answer an audience question. Thank you, Faith. Beautiful name. Thank you for your email to connect with me. And thank you for your trust. That's hoping I can answer you such a big question, probably the biggest question that a human being came here to figure out. In this email, Faith told me about his upbringing in a Christian family by two narcissist parents. And now he or she is trying to figure out what is the whole point of life and whether it is an illusion. Okay, let's break down this question. Okay, first thing first, a short answer I would say is I don't know. I have so much respect to one of my supervisor for my PhD studies. She is an astrophysicist. And whenever she say, well, the thing is that out of all this research of, experiments and scientific theories, we just have to say that we don't know. We don't have an answer to this some question that I asked. Okay, that's so cool. Come on, if you bring this question to anybody and the person answer you was like, yeah, of course I know the question, let me give you the full answer, okay? And then he or she went into blah 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 as a spiritual teacher or guru, you can for sure realize that, recognize that that is a narcissist. Lao Tzu once said, the Tao can be explained. It's not Tao, okay? The whole point of Tao is just there's something that you cannot explain. And what is wonderful here is that to accept that there is something that is completely outside of all our capacity to comprehend in this life of this body. And knowing that along with our evolution of our souls, we will get to know more and more slowly and profoundly. And that is the beauty about it. Okay? And however, I think this is wonderful opportunity for you to practice reparenting your inner child, shaping a very healthy worldview and value view while giving them the tools to do research, to seek the truth is what is very important responsibility of the parents. And while we didn't get that tool and attention from our parents for all this question we have for life as a curious little beautiful beings, then we can now with our experience and knowledge, we can try to do that. I'm also going to do my best as my own parents to answer my own inner child this question that I have been always wanting to know myself as well. And then the second part is that going into answering your question, I can reassure you that me, along with the speed of my development, I can guarantee you in 2 months, when I look back at this video, I would not be so satisfied with my answer, and I will have a lot more new points to provide, okay? However, accepting the imperfection It's so empowering. Okay, the old me, if you ask me, the old me will be so upset if I cannot give you a perfect answer now. But I accept that I have my limitation. Okay, so after 5 minutes into the answer, I'm gonna get to the point. How to break down a topic into a different catalog is a very important step in, let's say, your PhD study. Okay, you can look into the topic from the scientific perspective and how to explain it metaphysically and how to explain it with art creatively and how to apply all the hypotheses into practice and and come to the conclusion about the whole point. And that is what I'm gonna do. So first thing first, study science is so important. Oh my god. So many so-called healers, spiritual teachers and guru, they have no scientific backup to their understanding. Okay, some guru, they have a PhD in physics. This is very good. So by studying science, especially physics, and especially the history of science, and then you can somehow come up with an algorithm yourself to parallelize these two evolution. One is evolution of science and the other one is human consciousness. They are completely related. Okay, think about the moment when we saw that the earth was the center of the universe, and then we have to put in so much struggle to validate the sun center theory. Okay. It takes hundreds of years, and then we finally had a moment. Look at the earth as a blue marble ball in the vast universe. In this stillness, the human consciousness explained it so rapidly at that moment. Okay, to every single person, like of course including the astronauts, and but down to anyone, okay, walking on the street. There's profound change because all our consciousness are linked together, so we can feel this quantum jump. Just like right now we're experiencing a solar storm. Okay, what is that? That's an increasing explosive amount of light coming to the earth. Everyone's now waking up. Whoa, let's go down to the core. Okay, please, is this all illusion or simulation? That's so good that you feel this ahead of time and you go down all the way to the core. So study science, also we can arrive to the limits, the limitation of science. Science is how human being, when we took a handful of the knowledge out of the knowledge ocean, and then we very carefully observe it, and then we collect all the data, we write down all the experiments results, and then we come up with the theory, and then we put all this theory into a system, and that is science. But that does not mean that you can skip it. Okay, so now we go to all now, like the current, like what are we focusing now? Quantum physics, right? So okay, we have a much better understanding about materiality. Everything is made of energy. Okay, if you have this question, you have to pause and go study, and then after your profound study, and then you come back to this video. That's not what I said, what scientists said, okay? And when you break it down, zooming all the way, you see atoms, okay? 99.9999, there are 12 nines after the point is empty space, okay? And they're spinning of electrons. And then we zoom out a little bit. It makes molecule. And the molecule makes cells. Cells already, wow, the god of the atoms. Okay. And so when you talk about life, do you mean this 3.6 billion years of life that's on Earth? Or you're talking about total sums, not only all the sentient beings, but also all the mineral, all the atmosphere, the oceanic system, and everything in this total sum of the universe? This I want you to know, okay? You also can dive deeper, because during this process of expansion of your knowledge, there's so much love that you can actually feel through the process that was accumulated by happiness and enlightenment and all things together, okay? And then you talked about this forever transmutation in between energy and matter. Are you talking about this? I think so, right? Okay, so now all the scientists see what they say, and they came out, they're like, oh, whoa, no. Consciousness is only a product of our brain. You know, whenever you people put everything into the brain, into neuroscience, this catalog, you can know that they have not go deeper. Please. And then we also have Roger Penrose, Nobel Prize winner. He came out and talked about, the consciousness is the result of this collapse of the superposition of quantum particles, you know. Oh, okay. But he also, at least he say, the AI cannot have consciousness. That's very good. And although you see that he's already ahead of other scientists on this topic, but still, from his theories, that it is this physical result of the particles, in the end, it creates the consciousness. Okay? The truth is not when who comes first, the chicken or the egg, but rather even everything before chicken and the egg happens. Okay. We always wanted to make sure that this particle only functions as a particle or only functions as a wave, but we didn't think about jumping out of this three-dimensional world to have, which only allow us to have the vision of duality. It's either darkness or light, black or white, or blah blah, or particle or wave form. No, but it's actually both of them can be at the same time, happening at the same time. Oh, that is what we call out more levitate out of the three dimension. Okay, well, why I mentioned consciousness? Well, it's because you cannot talk about life without talking about consciousness, right? It is consciousness gave birth to life. So that's why we have to understand it. And okay, it's also important to take it easy, be kind to yourself, that you are not able to have a quick answer to what consciousness is right now in this lifetime, even because no scientist, theorist, philosopher until now had a profound explanation of what consciousness is. Okay. We can say that consciousness is what gives birth to everything, even the law of the universe. Okay, and then when we cannot explain, we say this is God. And then we also can collapse all the universe from outside as within as without. When you collapse everything and into yourself, into your heart, and you go deep, and then you see actually there's a vast space. It's just like the reflection of the universe. And when you know your higher self, you can never fully know your higher self, just like you can never know God, because your highest selves is God. And actually this God, this highest of you, is the same as highest of me, of everyone altogether. Or you can call it singularity or whatsoever. Okay, the thing is that human being always wanted to put a word, a definition, a concept on something, so that their insecure ego can feel a bit relaxed. But didn't they know that language is already limitation? When God expressed teaching, Jesus, you know Jesus so well, all the teaching is actually coming from the vibrational frequency. And the actual communicated word is only, I don't know how many percent, 5%, or even much less of the teaching. Because when you put things into word, when it's still sound, it's a lot even more than the words, because words can create misunderstanding. Okay. And then let's go into space-time, because you cannot talk about consciousness and life without talking about space-time. But then the thing is that space-time is also not what we perceive as they are. And there's a good analogy that you can use to think about life, is that when we watch a movie, okay, and imagine your life, whatever you can see, you're moving around, the information you know, the stories of other people in your life and your life's journey, it's a movie. Okay, and then movie is made by light projecting to the screen, and then your eyes, you receive this electrical signal and go into your brain, and your brain reflects into your physical body, into your understanding. Okay, this is what's going on, mountain, ocean, and people, these current human psychology studies limitation call them narcissists. And this is my 5 years plan, that's just like everyone should have one. So essentially your heart, your soul is the writer of your movie. Okay, because your soul has many lives already before you, and your soul knows he's always on track, on the journey, going somewhere. Okay, and then your soul writes the script. Your heart is the director. Okay, your heart decided, okay, let's make this film, and this is what I want to see, and blah 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 blah. And your brain is the production manager. Okay, production manager makes things happen, like book this car and make this, I don't know, casting, make this outfit. This is, you observe some fashion trend. Okay, now this is what I should wear. Or you think that, okay, this is what's cool now, what's trending, and I should be eating this and following this lifestyle. Your brand is the production manager, and including hire all the stage designers and logistics and everything. And then you make this film, and then you're your own audience watching your own film. Okay, every day your surrounding is the movie. But then when you zoom out to think about space-time as a different dimension, it is that you cannot fix on a frame of this movie. Let's say if it's a movie, it's about 3 generations family pattern within the family, about this woman, this soul and this evolution. And you cannot just fix on one frame to say that is what a woman look like, as if nothing has ever changed. And you actually, as a director and audience, you know the whole film. You did all the cutting, and you see this character and their physical change and their environment and the energy, and you cannot really know what they look like anymore. That is how we see, because we see whatever is now that looking like this. It's because our 3-dimensional self has a special understanding of space-time, and then we look at this person and they look like this. Okay, so then now you understand that when you have a different sense of time, even the look of things, it just constantly changes. And then you think about the time as a measurement for the evolution of your soul. Okay, the time also changed based on the speed of your evolution. If you travel faster than life, and then you're constantly evolving, and then you have another measurement, let's say somebody and that person is also evolving, but somehow they decide that, okay, it's too much pain for me to look into this. Maybe this life, I don't want to solve this specific trauma. Let me just carry on with this trauma. Okay, I go back to this loop. And suddenly you moving along the time, and that person but you have different speed. And then when you look at this person, because of the different speed, the space wrap around the person, and then the person maybe just and the dimension change. Or you can say, we grow apart. It's just out of this movie somehow. So, also you mentioned about you grew up in a Christian family. I don't want to put too much energy into religion, okay? It's the same as science, that we grab a little bit teaching of God and then we wanted to put them into words and put them into systems, or like make some rules to follow, thinking that is with our human understanding. Now we can, we have all the information. That's also narcissistic. But essentially all teachings, different religions, Western, East, or Narcissism, or Taoism, or Buddhism, whatever, all of the teachings is the same. And the think about the positive thing about knowing Jesus, okay? As an avatar, as a role model, and you actually get to know, okay, I love Jesus too. You guys know that there is this particle of life going into the person, Yeshua, into his body, and then he became Christ. And then you know about his upbringing, you know that he also studied Eastern teaching, and you know that he understands sacrifice. You know about his words by reading in between the lines of Bible. And then and from there you actually understand, oh, the kingdom of Lord is waiting, and God is here, as above so below, as within and so without. Take all the good parts, okay? Take all the good parts that help you along this evolution of your soul. And then you also talk about your narcissistic parents. First of all, congratulations that you are able to come to this acceptance. And secondly, you have to understand that the greater the suffering you are experiencing now in this life, the greater evolution your soul will progress in this life. And in fact, in this, if you want to call it illusion or simulation or whatever that directed by you of your life, you actually choose your parents. Okay, and the important thing is goes through the tunnel of darkness and fix in the light at the end of the tunnel and believe in the trust of the light. When you get out there and meet the light, which is inside yourself, and you will know, you understand everything, everything happened for a reason. I can tell you 100% of time, I guarantee you, every uncomfortable encounter, every interaction with a narcissist, or even over duty suffering, if you don't turn bitter, don't turn to that way to become one of them and then to create more suffering and to have to spend more lifetime to fix that. If you have the hope, you still have the empathy and kindness and positivity inside you, and you will always get reward after every single, even tiny interaction. It's so great. That is the game. Okay, that this game is actually quite fun. But that does not mean that you should go again and again to the same narcissist too. No, that means that you don't get the game. Okay, and you also mentioned about your reading about Eckhart Tolle's book, The Power of Now. This is very good. I found out that this is an important book of many people's first step into spirituality. So congratulations. You know that the future is actually created by a continuity of all the now moment, right? For this amount of solar storm, solar flare, the amount of light coming into the earth, this acceleration and evolution of your soul, there's no possibility for you to fix your plan for the next 3, 5, 10 years anymore. We have to dream a different dream now. All we dream now is that we are having this moment to understand that the meaning of life is to live a life with meaning. That is to understand that every moment's profound power. And then we live out highest frequency of ourselves at that moment. Yes, your frequency shift, but you always can pick yourself up. That is the true power. And when you're able to consistently maintain a high vibration frequency while going along these waves again and again, to dive deeper with healing, to expand your consciousness, and then you know that for every question you're asked, your soul has always the answer. And the moment when you actually come up with this question, it is the moment your soul communicates with you, telling you that, look how powerful you are, you even know this answer. And now I'm going to put this question in your mind so that by searching the answer of this question, you will have such a big quantum jump. This is all I can give you now, and it's probably one of my longest video, and I would be really happy if I'm my own parents and told my inner child all this. and lastly, I will tell them that I love you so much just because you asked this such a meaningful question. You're so wonderful, and I can't wait to see how much love you will receive along the process of seeking the answer to this question. Much love.